So where were we when I last left you? Oh, I remember now. I was just getting beaten up by this willow tree, whilst I was looking for somewhere to moor. This is Handsacre I'm just coming into here, and this journey is going to start off from just past this willow tree. Good morning there. I moored up yesterday afternoon this village called Handsacre here, which is next door to Armitage. They're basically joined together now, I believe, looking at the map. So I'm going to make a move this morning. I did have a little walk into the village yesterday evening. I didn't take the camera with me, and I can tell you that there's two pubs here. One which we're just about to go past, called the Crown, right on the canal. And another one called Au Peculiar, which is just a short walk up the high street. And just past the Crown, just tucked around the corner, is a fish and chip shop. And I've been told it's an excellent fish and chip shop. I can't confirm that. I haven't been there. I cook on the boat, as you probably know, most of the time. But if you want a fish and chip shop, there's one just around the corner, and it comes recommended by other boaters. Well, here we have the Crown, have a beer garden. At the moment it is not open on Mondays, Tuesdays or Wednesdays. So I couldn't have gone in there last night if I wanted to have done, because it was a Wednesday. I'm not sure about the other pub, the Au Peculiar. Although I did walk up that way, I didn't actually look at any opening times. In the lower half of the picture here, you're looking at this beautiful narrowboat, Gower. 70-foot traditional style boat that is for sale at the moment by a subscriber of mine and friend, Lynette Coates. To find the link for the sale at Wilton Marina is in the description below. In case you cannot find the link in the description, I've also added it as a pinned comment. You'll also find, of course, if you go to Wilton Marina's website. It's right here by Bridge 58. We've just gone under right now. I find this very nice to see that people with canal side properties taking full advantage and having a narrowboat at the end of their garden. That is what I call having the best of both worlds. Our journey today takes us from the bottom right hand corner on the map here to basically the top left hand corner, the red squiggly line. One real nice thing, of course, about being a boater, we also get to see some of these very nicely manicured gardens people have. I'm not quite sure where we change over coming along here from Handsacre to Armitage. I'm guessing it's somewhere around about now. As we move out of Handsacre or into Armitage, it appears that Handsacre is more of the residential area, especially by the canal, and Armitage is more commercial. You can tell this quite simply by watching the next few clips. I've just got back from a little walk. I walked into the village of Armitage, and you walk right between the factories here. There's a little footpath. I've got a little video of that, but at the moment I'm just going to wait along here for a while. I'm going to hope for another boat to come along going in the same direction as myself. It's just shortly up here we have where there used to be a tunnel. It's a narrow stretch, and I know they tell you to send somebody off in advance to check to see if it's clear. Well, of course I cannot do that. I'm the only person on the boat. So if I follow another boat up through, hopefully they'll do it for me. Well, I haven't waited very long, and I can see a boat coming there in the distance. So I'm going to get ready to move off behind them. So that boat's just gone by, so I'm going to follow them on. So here we go. I'm not moving very far. I'm going to be stopping at Rugeley. I wanted to do some shopping at Rugeley. This is called High Bridge we're just coming up to, and as you can see, it is quite a high bridge compared with most of the canal bridges we find. Sharp bend here. Normally, I wanted to stay in touch with that other boat, which is going faster than my normal speed, because when we get to the narrow cutting, I don't want anyone sort of pulling in between us trying to come through. We're actually on the side of the hill here. We have a high embankment this side and a huge drop off this side. The River Trent Valley here, so that's why we're on the edge of the valley hill, or the valley slope. This is the Plum Pudding here, very famous pub by canal boaters. If you ever watch the Tinner people, they stop here quite regularly and recommend it highly. Just after we go past the Plum Pudding here, we are now approaching that very narrow bit. Right, they're going through. The boat I was following is just going on through, so here we go. I'm going to go and blast it up, try and catch them up a bit. Follow them on through. The kind lady on the other boat has just waved me through. She obviously knew that I was following them on purpose because of this narrow cutting. As I say, this used to be a tunnel. It's now a bridge and a cutting. woodland behind you. Yes, it's quite pleasant, isn't it? That looks good. Not quite right though, sitting out in the garden all the time, is it? On the day I passed this pub, it was when we were only allowed to have drinks in the garden. It was quite a cold day actually. That guy was brave sitting out there, I believe. But the pub does have a very nice large beer garden for when it warms up. We are now approaching the town of Rugeley, and I'm going to be looking for somewhere to moor so I can go shopping. If you're coming through Rugeley, you need to stop for shopping. Of course, we have the Tesco's and the Morrisons at the south side of Rugeley. Now I stopped at Aldi on the north side, Bridge 67. You come through on the north side of Bridge 67, you've got excellent mooring. The book and online on the CRT website tell you it's more on the south side of the bridge, where there's no Armco. You have to pin in. On the north side of the bridge, it's all Armco now, and it's much better mooring. So I recommend coming through the bridge and mooring up. There's Armco here enough for half a dozen boats at least. Well, I'm having a late trip tonight, 6 o'clock. I just want to get away from the town and moor up somewhere peaceful for the night. I might be stopping there for a couple of days. We'll see. I decided I deserved myself a little treat after walking to Aldi and back 3 times. So I treated myself to 1 bottle Bishop's Finger on my last trip as a reward to me for doing my shopping. Not sure if that would work normally, but that's for me. Delicious. It's been my first beer for weeks. Well, this is where our next trip will start, crossing the aqueduct across the River Trent. I'd like to thank all my Patreon and PayPal supporters, everybody who watches and everybody who subscribes. And don't forget, if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe and click the old bell notification button. That way YouTube will inform you every time I upload a new video. That just leaves me to say, thanks very much for watching. Trevor out.